What is going on? I am Anon Moose, also known as Zedmont. Now, what we're going to be doing today is going quickly over the tribes. Now, these are your tribes for the upcoming Mega Crab, and as far as the Mega Crab goes, they are not super awesome. Now, the Shock Bomb duration is fantastic. I highly recommend you boost that to the max. Just be aware, if you use Bullet with Zookas in Operation Attacks, it's going to change that. You're going to have to use extra smokes, or it's just not going to work. Otherwise, medic speed, I don't even know what this means. Medic speed, I don't think it does anything. Maybe it makes them run faster. This has been tested a whole bunch in the past. I can't remember the results, but just know if you're going to boost medic speed, they might not heal more. They might just heal slightly faster. Frustrating. It's basically like medic damage. Warrior damage is useless for the Mega Crab, but it is oh so fun for clearing your map. If you've never used warriors before, shame on you. Resource reward also going to be super useful for those of you like me who are not quite at XP 71, not quite maxed out yet. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to fly through things using warriors, because warriors just absolutely crush everyone except for this person somehow managed to fail against my base. Let's see what... Yeah, see, my base was designed to combat warriors. All the hidden mines. It looks super easy up the middle, but it definitely isn't. So I got my strategist achievement simply by using a base that's designed to kill people who don't scout properly. As you can see by the fact that this person has like 6 warriors left. And down goes dude. So just crushing warriors' hopes and dreams is what my base was designed to do. And as you can see, they're doing it fairly well. Clearly not a lot of people using warriors these days, but 800 defense is fairly quick once people, like people on my base, for example, get to this first boom cannon and then retreat. You don't have to beat them outright, you just have to make them retreat. So let's get going. No need to scout. I'm going to use a combo of heroes simply because warriors work with basically every hero. Not really Everspark. Everspark with warriors doesn't do a heck of a lot of good. I mean, you can mark some things. If you don't know what marking is, please do let me know. But not really ideal to use Everspark. And if you're wondering why the heck I'm going way over here, it's simply because this person has a microwaver and I don't want to deal with microwavers. Now, to be smart, I probably should throw a barrage towards the headquarters. They've probably hidden some mines over there, but I'm just going to throw a medkit and hope for the best. Bullet is now going to taunt that microwaver, which is going to be, that's not a microwave, that's a shock blaster, which is going to be perfect. Then we're just going to keep throwing medkits on top of all the things, and then just crushing the base. Now, we managed to lose a total of 0 troops there, I think. So definitely off to a good start. My videos don't often start that well. Usually with warriors, I need a bit of warming up, but this extra damage plus bullet and going off that non-standard path worked out fairly well. And that's, a lot of the times, you'll notice that all of these mines are right up the middle. So if you have a little bit extra GBE, going to that far right-hand side, like for example, if we were to go over to that, what is that thing called? Over to that, I think there's a machine gun there. Yes, over to that machine gun, you can just cruise through a lot of bases, just going off to the side. Now, I don't recommend that as a standard practice with warriors, but it worked the first time, so let's throw a medkit out there and just see if we can't make it one more time. And as far as placing your smokes, I find that hitting that front corner of a defense works the absolute best, simply because it guarantees that you're going to get full coverage on all of the things except for when some of your warriors go out wide and get hit a shock mine. So I said we weren't going to start super duper well, and that kind of backed that up later on in the show. So medkits. I love to throw 500 medkits on my attacks. Basically, I throw critters, shock, and then all of the rest of my GBE goes into medkits, because if it saves one warrior, then it means that you don't have to wait for troops to load all that terribly long. So we lost 6 warriors with that weird path that I should have projected. Now, speaking of weird paths, if you've watched this channel for very long, you likely know that I'm breaking the cardinal rule of warriors right now. And the cardinal rule of warriors is use ground flares. The better your attack, if you use ground flares, your attacks are just going to be drastically better. So let's do things in the more standard way. And notice that the person who attacked my base used 3 smokes for landing their warriors. It's incredibly rare that you actually need 3 smokes to land warriors. I will only do it when I'm trying just to make my attacks lose 0 troops. Ground flares, getting your warriors so skinny, getting them exactly where you need them to be, because it means that they're not going to have to split out wide for all of the things. So do make sure you use ground flares for warriors. It just, I mean, that wasn't a great example of it, but getting them running skinny just works so well. Otherwise, they have to spread to that 5x5 building, and because it's so far away, they just go willy-nilly. Not good things at all. So as far as this Mega Crab, warriors, definitely not your answer. These are not great tribes for the Mega Crab, but on the plus side, this Mega Crab is happening, I think it's Christmas Day or Boxing Day, so it's going to be a little bit crazy, and maybe medic speed is going to be helpful. If any of you have tested medic speed, please do let me know, because I am not super duper sold. And if you're wondering why I'm using a building flare here when I just said don't do it, it's because the HQ is so close to the beach. The closer the HQ is to the beach, the more likely it's going to be useful to use a building flare. So now we're going to throw a shock here and a shock over here, and then just medkit all of the things. I threw way too many medkits, and as a result, my taunt is going to run out. The fact that Bullit is sitting right there inside that shock launcher's blind spot on that left-hand side means that Bullit can make it not fire, which means that we don't have to shock it. So bullet placement, also a big deal. Those extra long shocks plus warrior damage just makes these things essentially invincible, though. So if you've never used warriors, please give it a shot. It doesn't matter what HQ level you are. If you are, I think the warriors come in at like HQ level 8 or something like that. That is all you need for warriors. Warriors with Kavan at super low HQ levels are a fantastic troop combo, and don't sleep on them. Regardless of if you have smoke or not, warriors are incredibly resilient. They heal themselves, they have tons and tons of power, and you don't have to have tribes just to make them useful. I am not entirely sure what the heck I'm planning with this walk. Hopefully, Bullit can get out of the way of that shock launcher sometime in the next little bit. I'm just going to run directly onto that HQ, and we're going to go something like this, throwing medkits because they have a sky shield. Don't really need to worry about smoking the troops on there. You can just leave that last smoke quickly bare, I guess is the word I'm looking for, and we only lost a couple warriors as a result. Now, the old-timey fastest, what was it? There used to be a whole bunch of speed runs with Dr. T, and what you would do is you would just drop all of your dash. You know what? You do artillery all the low stages, and then once you got to the higher stages, you would leave your last smoke uncovered, and that way your warriors are hitting the HQ without any delay. I'll quickly show you what the heck I'm talking about here. So I do challenge you guys to do a speed run using warriors. Now, obviously, with Scorchers, you can just force close, and those speed runs are it's a whole different class, to be honest. When you're actually running your troops and not force closing, it is the real speed test for me, because it all comes down to how fast your troops come out of smoke. We're also going to quickly get this down, hoping... Now, the best way to derail your speedrun is exactly like that, where you just drop all of your GBE and you're stuck here waiting for something to happen because you don't have any GBE left. And that is how I've lost so many speedruns. So as a result, that's where having 2 accounts comes in handy, so you can see exactly how far you can GBE. Anyways, now I can hopefully show you what the heck I'm talking about now that I've wasted minutes of your life. So what people will do with warriors is they'll just do something like this. Now, I think the last time I did a speedrun like this was probably, I want to say like 3 years ago, something like that. So, and then as soon as they get there, you're just boom, right onto the HQ, getting all of your troops out without waiting for the smoke, and that was the parallel I was trying to draw for the last 2 minutes, where that last HQ that I attacked on my PvP map was something like that. So I do challenge you to go do a speed run using warriors, see how fast you can get it down. I'm going to quickly turn on Do Not Disturb, because as you saw there, or maybe you didn't, so I had to cut it out, messages coming in. My Do Not Disturb turns off at 9 a.m. It is now 9:01. Let's do one more attack, and then I'm looking to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're planning to do for this Mega Crab, if you think you're going to have time, or if you're a little bit frustrated by its overlap with the Christmas Boxing Day festivities. Now, I know a lot of you out there are somewhat like me in the fact that there is not a heck of a lot going on in your life when it comes to Christmas this time of year, simply because of pandemic-related activities. So maybe this is actually a great thing. I should have cleared that boom mine probably. We're going to hit taunt, and then at this point, there is like one shock. Bullet is just super beastie. He's going to stand out front, get punched in the face by all of the buildings as our warriors crush that HQ. So atomic bomb going down like it was hit by a firecracker. Anyways, so warriors, so good. I know that I am known across the Boom Beach, across the archipelago for using Zookas, but for clearing your map right now, warriors are very likely the answer. So as far as medic speed, do let me know in the comments if you've tested it. In the past, it is not, the tests have not been super good, so I will likely boost it. You know what, I'm going to boost it regardless. We've got resource reward, so our raw crystals are going to be overflowing. And as you can see right in here, I've got enough to upgrade something, I'm sure. Let's find... I don't have enough to upgrade any defenses yet. So I'm not one to upgrade my storage. I don't see a point for the beginning. But I'm going to keep going, clearing my map in the background so that I can get this boom cannon upgraded. I guess, actually, you know what? It only takes one more attack. Let's just do that here before I sign out so I don't forget. Then I'm going to send my submarine on a dive, get my sculptor going, and I am incredibly guilty of not having my sculptor running at all times. I would love it if Boom Beach brought an auto sculptor for Christmas, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I think that the chances of that are about nil. Now, you'll notice that I am losing a couple warriors at shore simply because I'm being lazy and trying to save GBE, and there are definitely arguments for using extra smokes at shore because you lose fewer troops, which is going to save you some time and all that sort of stuff. Personally, I have instant training, so I just want to get going, get running. Boom goes Doc, and Doc has all offensive statues. Weird mix of gold and diamond trophies, though. Curious to hear if what the order of those are. The fact that they have the IV trophy means that these are... Oh, that's an old-timey player, likely... Yeah. Anyways, hopefully that puts us... It should... Yeah, there we go. Up goes the boom cannon. I am done for the day. All of the things, as you can see there. Now, someone out there in the YouTube land was asking how to check what prototypes you have. Just click on the safe right there. Wood safe, you just click to use it. Iron safe, same thing. Blueprint... As you can see right here, you click on the building that's upgrading to use it. And for the attack plan in the armory, if you're upgrading something, it will also be viable. Anyways, that is all for me. As always, thank you for coming in. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's going on. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in.